Okay, we'll go ahead and get started. I'm going to talk about a few administrative items, and then I'll turn the session over to Leslie. I want to start off by saying Happy New Year to everybody whom I have not said before, offered those greetings to before. I hope you had a wonderful holiday. As I said earlier, I received 2 Christmas presents, and I'm very happy about that. I'm thankful to be able to I'll give us a look under the tree, but the first time this year we didn't have a tree. We don't have any kids anymore, so we have no tree. So that makes sense. But anyway, a good Christmas, more important, a safe one. So I got a call from Ronald Meekins about 3 hours ago out in Phoenix. He sends along his New Year's greetings to you, and that to let you know his sister's 50th wedding anniversary is tonight. And so they're taking them out for a celebration. He introduced the husband to his other way around, sister to the future husband 50 years ago, more than 50 years ago now. So I don't know how well that meal is going to go over after 50 years. So I just want to let you know he sends along his thoughts to you. I'm gonna cover a few items. Since we were together last month, we lost a real dear friend and family member, Eugene Jonah Roper, age 50, if I remember correctly, the son of Shirley Roper, who's on here quite a bit, and the brother of Patrice and Frank. Our heartfelt condolences and sympathy go out to this family who's experienced heading to the funeral home 3 times during the calendar year of 2022. One time is enough for anybody, but to have to go there 3 times in one calendar year, stretching from January through December, is really tough. So, Patrice, how is your mom coming along?
She's okay. But I spoke to her earlier, but once I saw that I was having difficulties getting on, I was like, if she's gonna only try once, then she ain't gonna do it again. So I highly doubt she's gonna log on. But for the most part, she's good. She's at peace. Good. You know, she's at peace.
Good. I can tell. I saw her Facebook postings this week, and it shows, and it should show. She's expressing her feeling, and I'm also thankful to my wife, who's been there for your mom, as you know, those 2 cut buddies, 2 a.m. in the morning, and that's fine. If you got somebody that you can call at 2 a.m. in the morning to talk to, especially at a time like this, that's wonderful. Hold on one second. Okay. That was Herbert Russell Meredith. Okay, so that's thankfully, the only person that we are aware of in our family that's passed away in the last 30 days. Illnesses, Brother Richard T. Fortune continues to battle his illness. As you know, he's been battling cancer now for a very long time. And we continue to pray for him, and we follow him on Facebook. And he's a good man, and he'll continue to fight. And I knew he will. He's going to be okay. Laura Neal up in Philadelphia has had an illness of some type here recently, because I know she had to go in for some medical work a few weeks ago. So we wish her well. I don't know of any new births in the last month. As I said last month, the number of births in our family has dropped off. And I encourage all of you all that's still eligible to get busy, because
that ship has sailed.
we are losing more. We're losing more
And we're gaining.
than we're gaining. You can't sustain our family if you know if we keep losing people. So one marriage I'm aware of, and this family member's name is Aliya, Aliyah. Anyway, last name is Khabir. She married Shahid Abdurrafi, Abdurrafi, in late November. I found out about it a few weeks ago, and she is from the Meekins and Crump family up in Philadelphia. So congratulations to them. Next item is I have uploaded the family reunion pictures to our website, and 99.9% of those pictures were taken by our expert photographer, cousin Gregory. And,
No, that's
our expert, well, you are, absolutely you are. Call it like it is. So I invite you to take a look at that. And again, thank you so much for your hard work on that. And while I'm mentioning website, you know, we've been using Shutterfly site for our website for at least 11 years. That site has been free of charge. We have been notified that in March, it's going to go away. So we're going to have to find, and we are in the process of finding a new provider. So I never was a fan of Shutterfly because it was half the time it didn't work. And it used to send out messages and stop it. Anytime you get something free, watch out. Watch out. If you meet a girl and she says, honey, you don't have to
go there.
cost nothing. You know, don't believe it. And the other way around too, male or female, it doesn't matter. It's not gender specific. I'm just saying, be careful. Just be careful. Luckily that hasn't happened to me. But anyway, we're looking at something called WIX. Is what we're looking at. Our web page person is Marla Woodson, and she takes care of our website. She is Paul Woodson's, one of his daughters. Okay. Just a reminder, Emma Woodson Hill Scholarship Fund, donations for 2022 are past due. I sent out a list in December, and a reminder this week for those who have not paid for 2022. We really, really, really need it, especially on the seed side of the picture here, because, well, we really need it. We really do need it. Because if we don't have better funding, some things is just going to have to drop. So just a reminder, that was 2022, and of course we're now to 2023. Amazon Smile, reminder, please continue to use that. If you haven't been using it, please use it. That's free money. That is free money. So use that. At least they give us a few dollars 4 times a year. I would say last year we probably got $150 to $200 that went into the scholarship fund. And I probably contributed to most of that. I have ordered through this program, since we've been using it, I think I've processed maybe a little under 400 orders through Amazon. So I use Amazon, so, you know, and if everybody that uses Amazon would use this site, it would have benefit quite a bit. I did send out the newsletter on December the 13th, and you should receive that. The family reunion for this year, August 3rd through the 6th in Williamsburg, Virginia, I'll just say that, and it's being handled by, the reunion is being handled by the planning committee, of which there's 1, two, three, four people on the call here. I'm going to ask one or more of you all to update the rest of us as to what's going on with the reunion committee's, in other words, status as we stand right now. So Leslie, Melanie, Bubba, or Gregory?
Well, cousins, we just had a Zoom meeting. When was it? This past Tuesday. And first of all, Happy New Year to our family. Period. We're gonna have a great year. We're gonna have a great reunion. It's scheduled to be at Kings Mill Resort in Williamsburg, Virginia, August the 3rd through the 6th. We, of course, we are looking for people to join on various committees. And if you have a talent, we are trying to, let's say, encourage people in the family to really join us in this endeavor. We're talking about the 40th anniversary. This is pretty much the birthplace of all the Meekins and let's say CLMWWWs here at New Kent in the Williamsburg area. And yeah, I tell you what, I'm just truly excited because in my lifetime, this will probably be the most major event of all. We'll be discussing family history. We have a lot of things planned. I think Leslie is a committee person dealing with, let's say, the youngsters. We're talking about educational things. But Kings Mill, if you don't know anything about it, go on the site and check out Kings Mill Resort in Williamsburg. But we are settling, I think, by the 26th of January, we'll be signing the final papers. Rhonda Hill Wilson up in Philly is doing a fantastic job, and I commend her for that. And we're just starting to really roll now that 2023 is here. I can let Leslie or someone else mention anything that, at this point.
Thanks, Bubba. I think he kind of touched on everything. We're in the middle of just really hammering down the schedule as to what's going to occur on which day. We do know that Thursday night there will be a reception that will honor the scholarship recipients. So if you have a scholarship recipient in your family, please let them know, because we would love for them to be in attendance Thursday night for that banquet. Friday, Saturday, and then of course, we'll have some type of breakfast function on Sunday. Melanie, Greg, anything else you want to add?
Nah, you guys covered where we're at so far.
Yeah, but definitely check out the website for Kings Mill. It's a beautiful resort.
Okay.
If you guys,
Other thing, Leslie.
I'm sorry.
I'd like to add this also. I've taken upon myself to go ahead and rent the Upper County Park, which is in between Lancaster and Toanna. I call that area Anderson Corner. And it's sort of in the middle of all of our birthplaces and all. This will be primarily for the kids in the area and all, because well, a lot of them won't be able to make that trip, down to Kings Mill to do whatever. So I'm going to have a welcome set up over there for people that leave Kings Mill for off-site tour or history thing or whatever. We're going to have hamburgers and hot dogs and a bunch of games and all. This will be an all-day event. There'll be table games, cards, all of that. And the kids will have at their hand swimming pool. We'll have like a little football, basketball, just a whole day of fun. And everybody from out of town, our cousins are welcome. I just want to put that out there.
Okay, thank you for the update. And we will, the committee will provide us with updates each month as we go along on this call, in addition to the registration package that will be coming out as soon as the planning committee is able to iron down what it's going to do and the costs associated with it. I want to make you aware of a fundraiser that we have in our DC area association coming up again, Super Bowl Sunday. It is similar, and it is the same type we had for Thanksgiving. Let me back up a second. We had a reunion in August, sponsored by our association, of which is 1, 2, 3 members on this call. And we were able to charge very little for the participants, or attendees, I should say. And the reason was because of your seed money that you've been giving us over the previous couple of years, and the fundraisers that our association, formerly chapter, was able to raise through events like this fundraiser that's coming up on Super Bowl Sunday. So if you have it in your heart, if you're interested in participating in our Super Bowl fundraiser for next month, I think Super Bowl is the 12th or the 13th, please contact me and either text me, email me, or whatever, and I'll make sure you have the correct information. So some of you, most of you have helped us in the past. Some of you have benefited, and I love to see that when you benefit from participating. And and if you don't know how to participate, I can send you the rules. But it's strictly luck, blind luck. It's kind of like a squirrel out in the yard trying to find a nut. So it's strictly luck, pure luck. So I hope you're interested. Get friends interested, family members interested, and to help us out on that. The next couple of things I just want to touch on real quickly is the genealogy. We continue to work on genealogy, and so remember to send us information on weddings, unfortunately, deaths, births, any information that you'd like to give us or send us, anything that's important, whether it's genealogy or not, anything you might want to share with family members, please send it to us. Let's see here. Just a reminder, for this is the 12th month, I have been able to send out birthday cards. I call it the Ted Herman Meekins Birthday Card Project. This is the 12th month I've been able to do that. I've gotten some really, I shouldn't say we have received some really good comments from a few people. And I'm thrilled to see that, because this was my idea to do this, and I explained it to some of you all before. But I will say this, for now, I'm continuing the project until we run out of money. I'm just concerned about whether, the main thing is cost of postage. As you know, it's one of the 63 cents here in a couple of 3 weeks. And I did go to the post office today and load up on stamps that should last us for the rest of the year. The biggest problem I'm having is correct mailing addresses. That's really a big problem. I would say at least 5 to 8% of the cards I sent out are returned. People move, and of course they don't think about us, and I don't blame them. They got too many other things to worry about when you move. So that's all I had as far as news and administrative items. Any questions on anything that I talked about?
Linda's daughter got married.
Yeah, Dana, my oldest daughter, Dana, got married December 29th. and down in Atlanta, well, Alpharetta, Georgia. And I sent you that information on
You
the,
did?
just text it to you
Oh,
on
just a
the
minute ago.
website.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
all right. Thank you. I was going to say, what, I missed that? Thank you so much. And congratulations to the new family member, and that's wonderful.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
Um, Shelby, your granddaughter,
Yes.
speaking of cards, I sent her a card, and of course
And
it
it came
came back.
back.
Yeah, and she's so sweet. And I informed her that I needed her new address, and she sent it to me. So I
Okay.
just took that card and sent it on down to Georgia, even though it's going to be
Okay.
late. At least you know the intent was there. So
Yes.
yeah, she's in Georgia now. So Alpharetta.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
good,
And
good.
that is also Dana's new address too. She moved in with
Okay.
Dana, her mama.
Hmm.
Okay, good. Thank you. And I
Mhm.
can update the files on that. So
Okay.
so that's ooh, so now we're gonna get some babies, got some new weddings, got some babies
I
coming.
no, no, no.
You
That
say
shop
no,
is
no.
closed. The shop is closed.
I like that.
That's a new one. Okay, thank you for that. Anything else from anyone? Okay. All right, so at this point, I'm gonna turn this part of the evening over to Leslie as our co-host. Leslie, the floor is yours.
Thank you. So as everyone knows, based on the flyer, the email that was sent out, we're here to recognize our cousin Juanita Chin, Dr. Juanita Chin, who has graciously joined us tonight. And I think, Juanita, you have something you wanted to present?
Yeah, because you said pictures are nice. Although I think
Yes.
everyone on here has seen most of these pictures before, but I'm going to share them anyway.
Okay.
Go into full screen. So Leslie told me to talk about my genealogy first. So this is as far back as I know offhand and have pictures. So these are my maternal great grandparents. They are Linda and Greg's grandparents, actually. So on the left is Osa Meekins, and some say OC Meekins, OC Bell, Osa Bell, I don't know. And on the right is Ellen Nee Lawrence, but Ellen Meekins. So Lawrence is her maiden name. So if you ever need to know Linda's grandmother's maiden name to crack some security code, it's Lawrence.
Right. It's
And
Lawrence.
they had 9 children, 3 boys and 6 girls. And so my grandmother was number 5, I think. And so that's her on the bottom right. And she married Malachi Fred Chin. And they had 4 kids. It was 5 pregnancies. The first one was a stillbirth, and that was Malachi Fred Chin Jr. But they had 4 living births, 4 live births, and that is my mom's the oldest, and her name's Juanita Chin, or Juanita Louise Chin. I didn't say my grandma's name. So this is Martha Meekins. Middle name is controversial. She always told us it was Louise, but when she died and we were writing the obituaries, her sisters told us it was Washington. And I asked my uncle, why did she tell us it was Louise? And he said, because she liked that name. I don't know what the real reasons are. You know, this is how, oral histories get passed down through generations.
Juanita, I have a
And
question.
so-
Can you go back to that picture?
Mhm.
Is that Jim's mother? Jim Meekin's mother?
Yeah, here.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
right there.
this is
What I
Greg's
thought.
mom. So this
Uh-huh.
is Alice. Robert, but you may hear them say Bunny.
Mhm.
This is Osa's dad. So Osa.
Oh, wow.
This is Earl Meekins, but you may hear people say Bud. This is Richard's mom, but you may hear people say, her name's Bernice. This is my
Mhm.
grandmother, Martha, but people call her Aunt Dit.
Mhm.
This is Linda's mom, Aunt Fee,
Mhm.
but her name is Ira, I think, Ophelia.
Maria.
But everyone,
Ophelia.
yeah,
Okay.
no one knew that, right? Or the kids,
Right.
like my generation, didn't know that. We're like, what? Because we thought her first name was Ophelia. What is it again, Linda?
Iria.
Iria. So Iria Ophelia, known as
Right.
Aunt Fee.
Right.
Mhm.
And then this is Aunt Mary Lucy, but you kind of say it fast, so it's Mary Lucy.
Mhm.
And then this is Aunt Min, but her first name is Cora.
Mhm.
Okay.
That was Wayne's mom.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So this is Wayne's mom, Jimmy's mom, Linda's mom. They got a whole bunch of kids, so it's more than just that. This is Byron's mom, Richard's mom, Sarge's dad, Osa's dad. I don't know who do you
Robert
guys?
and
Chipper,
Johnny.
Chipper.
Jeannie.
Yeah,
Mhm.
sister.
Mhm.
And then she's the only one that had one kid.
Yay!
This is Greg's mom. So so my grandmother married Malachi Fred Chin, but three Meekin sisters married three Chin brothers.
Yep.
So that's why so many of us have the last name Chin. So
Okay.
Aunt Min married a Chin, and Aunt Alice married a Chin, and then my grandmother married a Chin. Now, who married who first and said, hey, do you have any sisters or brothers? I don't know who was first.
And they all ran there.
Yeah. So Linda might know that part.
I think your mom was the first to marry a Chin.
Okay. So they was like, ooh, she's hot. Does she have any sisters? She said, matter of fact, I do.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Crystal said the same thing.
Yeah.
And so let me see, gotta get back. So this is Byron, that's Donnie's dad. Douglas, that's Chelsea and Nikki's dad. Cordell, who y'all see at the reunions all the time. And then this is my mom, and her name is Juanita Louise Chin. And then these are my parents. I know it's not the best picture, but I had to find one of the two of them together, which is a challenge. And, I was doing this like this evening. So this is actually at Crystal's birthday party when I think she turned 4, but I chopped her out, but that's her hair. So that's my mom and that's my dad, and his name is Eugene Lipscomb. And we just, because I had to do another picture of my girl. That's my mom doing her favorite thing, reading the paper. And they had 3 kids. So this is Missy, she's the oldest. Crystal and Nita, that's me. And then here we are as adults. Crystal and I are only 10 months apart. So Crystal was born, my mom went for her 6-week checkup, and she was pregnant again. So yeah, she said she was surprised, but she knew what she did. That's me. And then this is me now as a 45-year-old adult. That's it. So those are the pictures.
Really 45?
Wow.
I didn't think you were that old. You're catching up to
I'm
me.
trying to figure out, how do I stop sharing?
Wow,
Yeah.
45.
Pictures.
45 and never been kissed.
basically. So,
Eyes.
all right. That's the genealogy part, Leslie.
Okay. So now I know that you work at NIH. I'm not sure if everybody else on the call knows that, but can you tell us a little bit about what you do now career-wise and how you're going to be the next
Sure.
Dr. Fauci?
I don't want to be Fauci. You know, I don't want to work when I'm 80 something.
I don't blame you.
So I work at the National Institutes of Health, and people are more familiar with it now than they have been in the past. Since Fauci rose to prominence because of the COVID-19 vaccine development and also kind of behavioral interventions for the spread of the virus, right? Telling us to mask up and to socially distance from each other, which brings us to this Zoom world. I've been there since 2017, so I started when Trump started. And so I'm a sociologist and demographer, which my shirt says demographer. And it's like demographer, and it's Black to represent the Black Demographers Organization. And demographers deal with numbers, so it's like a little bar graph off to the side. I thought it was a cool design, got it at a conference. So I'm a sociologist and demographer by training, and I kind of like manage research projects as they fall within a certain research topic. And my research areas are demography of health, which is, I'll get into that, population composition, health disparities, and human mortality. So what is demography? Demography is the study of population change and what causes those changes. So how do people get here? They are born or they migrate in. How do people get out of the world? They die or they migrate out, right? So you come to the US, you add to the population. You get out of the US, you remove yourself from the population. You're born, you're added to the population. You die, you're no longer a part of the population. And what types of things impact when that happens, how it happens, where that happens, such as race and ethnicity, or lack of income, or job change, or birth control, those sorts of things. They all affect population change. And I'm a mortality demographer, so I'm interested in that one because it only happens once. So when I was in grad school, you know, we do these things called life tables, and it's like a mathematical model, and people are coming in and out, right? Every time you move, that's a new event. Every time someone has a baby, that's a new event. And it gets more complicated. But I was like, wait, you only die once. So that life table is easy because it's only one event. So I'll do mortality demography. Plus, it was more interesting to me, but it was computationally easier. Although, as you get more into the data, you learn that sometimes people die twice or never die at all because the data are so messed up. And so people aren't captured accurately in the data sets, but that's too far in the weeds for this call. Sorry, so for you, it's interesting to me. That's why it's my job. So I just got a promotion. So it's effective on the 15th. Same job. Yeah, thank you. I'm really excited. Same job, but more money, thank God. You know, how much is eggs now?
You gotta buy them eggs.
Exactly, exactly. Bacon and eggs are super expensive. And the cost of eating out has gone up a lot too for the same meal that it used to be. So, you know, I need more money to keep my palace running. You know, all 2 bedrooms and 1,200 square feet. So, before there, I was at the CDC. CDC, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention's National Center for Health Statistics, where I use nationally representative data sets. So like census data or vital statistics data, like all the birth certificates in the United States, that sort of thing, to look at racial and ethnic differences in health and health outcomes and mortality. So.
Very interesting.
Yes, very interesting.
Yeah.
So you said that you recently, you just got a promotion
Mm-hmm.
and you'll be in the same, I guess, under the same department, location and everything?
Same department, same job, but now instead of being a program director, I have a new fictitious title called senior program director. But it's not a real title. But I did have to compete for the job. Like I had to apply and get picked. So,
Just want to make sure we're not losing our committee, so she's still
no,
listening.
I'm still there.
Okay, good.
A question, are you in the DC area? Are you actually?
Yeah, I'm in Greenbelt, Maryland. So that's like, for people not in this area, it's about a 10-minute drive to the DC border. But into like the heart of DC, where people think of what DC is, it's about a 30-minute drive.
Okay, because I have a son in DC that's doing pretty good in the world of sales and all of that. He's I don't know his actual position, but he's with Salesforce.
Okay.
I've heard of that.
A lot of us are in DC area, right?
Yeah.
Leslie, Demi, Brenda.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm ready to escape though.
Well, if I could get a list of phone numbers at some of these reunions and all, I would gladly touch bases with you guys while in the area.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
And he could join the DC chapter meeting.
Yeah, right. Okay, I'm gonna mention that too.
That's right.
Any questions for Juanita?
I don't have a question, but I have a comment.
Okay.
I think she probably knows now how much we love her dearly. She's just a wonderful, wonderful person. I don't say that about many, many, many people. Believe me, I don't. But she's just a wonderful, wonderful lady. She is. She's sweet. She's part of our DC area committee. She's there to help us. She did a wonderful job in a fundraiser in November that she did like in a few days. She was able to raise more money than it took me 3 months. She has still outraised me. But when I say me, I mean what I sponsored. So we thank her for all she does. And we wish her nothing but the best. And when you go on Google and Google her name and all these pages of stuff comes up, that shows you how important she is in a good way.
Yeah.
I don't have a question, but I just want to tell Nita, I know your mama is just, she would be so proud of you. And oh, I know she just beamed all over you. And so I'm proud of you as well, because your mom and I, we were cousins and sisters, and we loved you. So, and I still love you. So congratulations on all of your accomplishments, and just stay sweet.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, like Crystal said, what are some of my hobbies? I don't know. I always find that question like hard because like, you know, people read and stuff and I don't. And so it doesn't sound cool to be like, I like watching TV. Because then people say what shows, and like all my shows are the old stuff. It's not like, you know, oh, I'm watching this new Netflix series. It's like, no, I watch Golden Girls and The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and The Cosby Show and A Different World and Living Single. So I do watch a unhealthy amount of TV. I play on Instagram. I travel a lot domestically, though I don't know that it's a hobby. It's just something I do just because I like hanging out with friends. And I go out to eat a lot. And I don't know, but I can say like what I really enjoy doing, like it's just like what people would call kicking it. It's just like sitting outside having a margarita and eating chips and guacamole. Like that's ideal for me, like in 90-degree weather. That's sunny.
I was going to comment on when Linda mentioned your mom. I always remember the picture of your mom with you down in Texas the last time you graduated. That's such a lovely picture. And if I recall, I don't think she was with us too much longer after that, unfortunately. I could be wrong. My memory is not what it used to be. But every time I see that picture with you all together, and I think Crystal was there, I believe, also. And I just think what a wonderful, wonderful family pictures that was. What a wonderful time for them to be in Texas with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Richard came too.
Yes.
To the graduation. So I graduated in May 2012, and my mom passed in September of 2012.
Wow.
Mm.
It was that close.
I used to live in New York, Patrice. So I lived in New York. My first job out of college was the New York City office of the actuary. So I worked in the financial district, and my train stop was the World Trade Center. This was before 9/11. And I lived in Flatbush, East Flatbush, and in Brooklyn, and I lived in Corona in Queens. Have some familiarity with New York. Yeah, I will.
Juanita, I don't have, can you hear me? Because I don't know what I'm doing on this call. I don't have a question, but I've always said, and Wes heard me say that, I say, there's something with this young lady. I said, I don't know what it is, but it's something with her. And then he started calling you Dr. Juanita. And I'm like, she's awfully quiet. She is so quiet. I really wonder, what is it that she does? Well, tonight, I understand why they call you Dr. Juanita Chin. Well deserved. I am very, very proud of you. Continue doing what you do. And I must say, out of all of these cousins, honorees, I'm going to watch this video again because you're the most interesting person in captivity right now to me. So, and it's just so much packed into such a little body. I don't know what to say. I am just overwhelmed. And congratulations.
Thank you. I had a work trip in December to Vegas to do a site visit for one of our grantees. And they had never met me in person before. And one of my colleagues said, I didn't expect you to be so short. I was like, what? for those who don't know, I'm 5'1". I was like, what? She was like, you have such a big personality, strong. Get your point across. I thought you'd be like 5'10". I was like, what? I did a poll on Instagram, like, hey, people, do y'all think I have a strong personality? I never saw myself that way. And it's at 100%. Like, everyone is saying so,
You've been holding
yeah, I
out.
do. So, like, huh?
I said, you've been holding out on us.
I feel like it's not, but you know.
Well, you are who you are.
Yeah.
And
But I
we're
can
glad
say,
to
like,
have you.
one of the cool things I've done at work, so I did get tapped to write a I don't know, a paper or something. A written testimony. That's what it was. A testimony for the U.S. Commission on Civil Rights for Black maternal mortality. And so in that, I had to explain in plain language what I do at work. So that's on the internet. So that's a pretty cool piece I can share. It's very, like, it's not hard hitting, which I would have liked to do, but I work for the government. But it's very, we're limited in what we can say and do. But it does break down, like, I'm a program director. As a program director, this is what I do for work. And this is how it relates to maternal mortality research. So I can share that because I know, like, the overview I gave today is probably like, well, she studies death. So, yeah.
Wonderful. Absolutely beautiful. Linda, darling, in
Yes.
the last hour, your head has been shrinking.
Oh,
We see less. Man, that's better. You know, you were just going down, down, down. Okay, go ahead, Leslie.
Juanita, anything else you want to share with us?
No, so I'm from Jersey, so the Philadelphia chapter. And, you know, for those that don't, we're pretty close group, I think. And so my mom had 3 girls. My grandmother had 10 granddaughters and no grandsons. So we're all pretty well connected, I'd say. Probably about 9 of us, maybe 7, stay in touch on a regular basis through text message or FaceTime or birthday lunches or something like that. So, you know, sometimes family is cool, sometimes it's more warm, but we do have a tight knit group there. So just say that part since this is the family call.
Yeah.
That's good.
There are times I wish that I had grown up in that area with the Meekins up there, because I think I would have fit in rather nicely.
you would have.
You would have.
Yes.
You would have. Especially then when all we did was drink. All
I
we
knew where
did
y'all were
was
coming
drink. Is that right, Press?
That's probably right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Those backyard parties.
Yes,
Water.
indeed.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Water or Kool-Aid? Water or Kool-Aid? Which one?
Kool-Aid.
Neither.
No Kool-Aid.
Water was the chaser.
Yes, indeed.
Yes. Well, okay. Leslie, good job. Juanita, super job. We have been doing this. We've been recognizing family members now. This is where I say about 1.5 years now, and there are certain family members who've been on here that we recognize and the sessions were memorable. This is definitely memorable. And I'm not to denigrate the rest of them, but this is one of the ones that stands out in my mind. And it has to do with the fact that you came on and talked about yourself and talked about your life, talked about your career, talked about your family. And we thank you so much for spending time with this evening. And we hope you'll be able to join us again from time to time, second Friday in every month. Thank you so much. Preston, welcome. Preston Senior, great to see you.
Hey, right. Little Preston's on too.
How you doing today?
I'm fine.
Good.
I'm
good.
fine.
Okay.
I've been sitting around sleeping today. This was one of them down days.
Okay. Well, when you're 80 years old or 81 years old.
82, baby. Give me it all.
Excuse me. When you're 82.
But
Lord,
I'm trying to make 100. 99 and a half won't do.
Oh, I hope I'm right behind you. But I doubt it with me now. I doubt that. Herbert,
I wanted to say something else, Jimmy, if that's okay.
Sure, of course.
So both of my grandparents died from sudden cardiac sudden heart attack death. My mom died from a sudden heart attack death. My uncle, my mom's brother, died from a sudden heart attack death. So my family history is like, ooh. Yeah. Today I had a echocardiogram or ultrasound of my heart done. And, I just want to encourage everybody, like whatever your immediate family histories are, be proactive. So like this is, sometimes people say, well, I didn't know that my mom missed until X, Y, and Z. So like while we have these calls, those are important things for us to be cognizant of too.
Yes, very
That's
important. Yes,
I just had an
because
EKG today.
and mine is scheduled for, I have a scheduled cardiac review because my mother had a heart issue. So it does run in the family. And I also encourage everyone to get their heart checked.
Yeah, I just went today. I had my cardiac appointment today and had my EKG with my cardiologist and everything. So
yeah.
And he says I'm healthier than a horse.
Well, that's good. And I think with Byron passing suddenly and Wayne passing suddenly, it scared me. So I made my appointment.
It's important, especially since it runs in this family like that.
Yes.
It's truly important. Be checked,
and cousin Merle had a stroke due to the heart, not blood getting through and everything. So we have to be careful.
Yes.
And vigilant of our own health.
Yeah,
that's right.
And my son Bill had a blood clot in his heart about 3 years ago, and they called it a heart attack too. So and then the next year they had to go seal a hole in his heart. And I don't know how that happens, but they had to, so hearts are in the family.
Yeah. So it's important to stay up on that,
Yes.
Because believe me, you don't want a heart attack. I had one. It's not the fun thing that I ever want to go through again. Ever. Ever.
Krista was saying, know your family and what some of the things that causes our mortality. Richard had prostate cancer in 97, and he still got prostate cancer that's affecting his liver. I had prostate cancer. Billy died from prostate cancer. Merle had prostate cancer. No, Ray had prostate cancer. So 5 of us out of the 6 of us had prostate cancer. And at Fox Chase, where I go for my treatment, they asked me if I have any children, and I told them yes.
two boys, and they said, see if they would be in a program that we have where we can chase this, kind of chase this down, And my son Preston, he's in that program. So I agree with you, Crystal, Dr. Juanita, about following up on all that stuff.
Yes. I think there's been some mention in these discussions concerning the upcoming family reunion about maybe having something along those lines about health, etc. I think Carlina, as I remember correctly, is going to probably put something together concerning that. So one
she's in charge.
right on. Yeah, you're right on target there. Because we, especially we as Black males, we have a tendency not want to go to the doctor. I encourage anybody, everybody, male, female, go to the doctor on a regular basis. Believe me, I can sit here and tell you it's very, very important to me. And my wife we stay on each other's backs. You got to go to the doctor. I have regular appointments. And Kaiser sends me messages, and if they don't hear from me or my wife, they call and they're proactive. So you have to be proactive also. Herbert Russell, good to see you. Happy New Year to you.
Always get a doctor that you can trust.
Yes.
Yes.
That's the main thing.
Sure.
That's the main thing.
Trust and understand what he's telling you. A lot of them
perpetrate a fraud.
Right.
If you keep up on it, like I do, you read up on these things.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna get to the close here in a second. Reminder: next month, Gregory, you are co-host.
Oh yay!
Yeah.
I'm not much of a gamer, but I have an idea.
Okay. In March.
What day of the that's February 10th?
Whatever what I don't know what the date is right offhand. It's the second Friday, whatever that is. March is Journey Meekins is our co-host.
That's Leslie's birthday.
It sure is.
February 10th, yeah, okay. I'm not much of a gamer, so
we're gonna have to defer her birthday. In April it'd be the 12th. We don't have anyone, no one has volunteered to be the co-host in May, June, or April, May, June, July. I got to put this down here. So any volunteers tonight for May, June, or July? Okay. I'll ask you next month.
Hopefully it'll change, right?
Yes, but Leslie, thank you for your help. You did a great job, but you had a good subject to talk about. So really,
you should be thanking Juanita, right?
Yeah, Dr. JJ, that's it. Okay, does anybody have anything else? Because we've been on here about an hour and a half now. I don't know why we had technical. Let me just say this.
Go ahead.
I don't know why we had technical difficulties tonight. How I solved the problem is I logged off and then came back in, and then you all were able to log in. So I don't know why. But from now on, I also will include, when I send out a message, I'll have the link on there also.
Yeah.
Thank
Go
you.
ahead, Gregory.
Could you send me what's left with the fundraiser so I know where I want to put my name? The boxes
For the Super Bowl pool.
for the Super Bowl pool.
Okay, let me make a note of that.
Yeah, send me what's on there now, so and when I get it, I will send you the money through Zelle and my boxes. Okay. I'm a little slow. I know you sent it to me before, but I'm sure what I was thinking may be going there.
I did send it to you. But that's all right. We still got a month to go.
Okay.
We got a lot of boxes. We got a whole lot of boxes left. So
okay. Press. Did you find that projector?
I asked you, what was it? Was it an HP?
Epson or HP? I don't know. One of them.
I got an HP one here, and I'll bring it by your house and let you see it. Oh,
Okay,
you're not
okay.
you're not going to breakfast tomorrow, are you?
No, I can't. I'm going to a different breakfast. I got to go to Fred's church for a
All
breakfast.
right. So one day next, I'll put it in my trunk and I'll come and by your house one day. Okay.
I'm home every day after 11, Press.
Okay. All right.
Okay, before we leave, Crystal, you have anything to say? Any comments?
I enjoyed my time.
Good. We didn't get to see your beautiful face.
Yeah, I'm not looking camera ready right now. So I was just like,
You didn't make any comments about your sister. You want to add some comments now?
I think she pretty much covered it. I just think she's talkative. But I don't think I'm as quiet as people say that I am. So I guess it's one of those things. And I think she has a lot of hobbies and interests. She just don't think of them as a hobby or interest. And she knows we're proud of her. Dr. Chan, Dr. Chan, Dr. Chan.
She knows we're all real proud of her.
Mhm.
Telling you.
Well, thank you, Crystal, for joining us. It's really great to see you again under pleasant conditions versus the last time you and I were together. Also, I'll make a comment in looking at Crystal and Juanita. Do you all realize you look like your grandmother? Anybody ever told you that? Martha,
I've
that's
been
her name,
told
right?
I look like my grandfather.
Oh, I saw the pictures tonight. We don't see ourselves like other people see, of course.
Right.
But
That's
looking
right.
at the pictures tonight, yeah, I can see it. Definitely,
Yes.
both of y'all.
Yes, yes,
Yeah, that's a definite. I see it too.
Yeah,
yes.
absolutely.
Mm.
Absolutely. Melanie, you've been real quiet tonight.
I'm here. I'm listening.
Everything cool down there in
Hi,
Charlotte?
Melanie. How you doing,
Mhm.
cousin?
Hey,
Yeah.
cousin. I'm good. Yeah,
Okay.
everything good. I'm in the midst of remodeling this closet, so my room is a mess. So I just got my camera off because I'm pulling stuff out the closet.
Oh, you multitasking.
Yeah, I'm sitting here though because y'all got my attention. So I was trying to put this rack together and I couldn't listen and read at the same time. So I'm listening to y'all.
Need some help to put the rack together?
I mean, it's like a $15 garment rack just to take the clothes out the closet and hang them on, so that I can still like go through all my weeks because it's been taking me a while. But for some reason, this two-tiered one is really giving me. It's not IKEA worthy.
Okay.
If it had come from IKEA, I could put it together because they don't have words.
Well, you need to call someone to ask for some help.
Bunch of pictures.
I'm about to pull it up on YouTube and make sure I got all the pieces right.
Okay. Okay.
They don't have the parts label right.
We're gonna get ready to sign off. I'm going to ask the DC Area Association to stand by. I need your attention for 2 minutes. The rest of y'all, thanks for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you next month. Have a good month. And Patrice, if you need to call us or need anything, just holler. Okay. Okay. All right. Bye bye, everybody. Other than
night.
DC.
See
Have a
y'all.
good
Be
night.
safe, everyone.
Night.
Good night, everybody.
Have a good night.
Good night. Good
Be
night.
safe.
Good night.
Okay. Where's Brenda? Oh, she's there. Okay.
Yeah, she's
I'm
there.
missing somebody.
You're still recording. I don't know if you want to stop recording or not.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for that. Let me